Erika Kirk, explain this one. Back in June, Colin Campbell of Project Constitution first reported that Erika Kirk had been allegedly seeing someone new after the account claimed a trusted eyewitness came forward with information about a little situationship, if you will. The claim was very specific. Erica was allegedly seen at the Beverly Hills Hotel at a specific bar with a rich guy with a famous last name, who also just so happened to be friends with her late husband.
Erika Kirk, all dolled up at bar 1912. And I asked her, I said, were they like chummy with each other? And she was just like, dude, chummy wasn't the word. She was like, they were like pretty much all over each other.
So at the time, there were plenty of people who probably assumed that this would disappear. This was a few months ago now. And once the initial attention did, we didn't hear much for a moment until we did. And we have some new information now, and some of it has been surprisingly specific. There have been new details about Erika Kirk and her alleged lover and their movements. And now, months after this original claim, they keep coming up. And we're looking at a pretty strange timeline of two people who are publicly denying being together while continuing to appear at the same events and in the same cities and in the same social circles. So did Erika Kirk's mystery romance just get even juicier? It kind of looks like it. So are they dating? If they're not, why do all the signs and travel plans point to situationship at least or something? I don't know. And why does the story keep surfacing? Well, I'm going to show you the new evidence that we got, and I'm going to introduce you to Erika Kirk's new boo, allegedly. And real quick, if you're new here, I'm Lauren Paritra, Willa Paritra, and we do this every single day, network free, independent, and we do it out of peer principle to make sure that your favorite local small business doesn't turn into a Turning Point USA megachurch. It could happen fast. Erika Kirk could come to a small business near you and take it over and turn it into a evangelical male-only podcast studio. And we know we don't need that. Hit subscribe, follow us wherever you get your podcast, leave us a comment, 6 words or more. Hype this video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching or listening elsewhere, leave us a 5-star rating, share it with a friend. All these actions are going to keep your favorite spots, your favorite watering holes, your favorite coffee shops, cafes. It's going to keep them safe from Turning Point USA. So do the right thing. This alleged romance has just taken a turn. And why does this keep happening with Erika Kirk? Let me introduce you to Blake Wynn. And Blake Wynn, not to be confused with Blake Neff, the constipated, creepy racist guy. Although, not much is too known on this guy as of now. So anyway, the last name probably sounds familiar, Wynn, because it is. If you've ever been to Vegas, you've probably heard the name Wynn. Blake Wynn is the nephew of Steve Wynn. Steve Wynn is the Las Vegas casino mogul behind Wynn Resorts, behind the Bellagio and the Mirage, former owner of those properties. And Blake grew up in Vegas. So, he grew up with a very recognizable name and a lot of money and a recognizable family. And he did all this before he built his online social conservative following. He probably came up with quite the ego and quite the playboy privileges. And that's when I started to notice something about Blake Wynn. So here's Blake Wynn at Mar-a-Lago with none other than Miss Erika Kirk. And let's read what this says on December 8th, 2025, before any of these rumors surfaced. I can't say enough about how beautiful of an evening Turning Point USA put on at the Mar-a-Lago Club this past weekend. Speakers, athletes, and founders are often inspiring, but Miss Erika Kirk is more than that. She's one of one, just like Charlie. Travis Call said it best. Grit that is rare. Well done, Turning Point USA, Miss Erika Kirk, Mikey McCoy, Eliza McCoy, Tyler Bauer, Des Cypher, and the rest of the team.
Unfathomable, but yes, by the end of this year, we'll be hitting 5 billion within all of our accounts, which is incredible. I'm so proud of our team. My husband, as tradition, would donate his entire paycheck back into the organization. I am following suit. It is my honor and deepest pleasure to pledge my entire paycheck back into this organization.
The tissue, cue the tissue. How much money did people raise? Oh my God. Okay, that was weird. Mar-a-Lago is so tacky. Yuck. Wow. Okay, so let's establish Blake Wynn a little bit more, shall we? After the dating rumors went viral, Blake came forward and flatly denied it, and this is where things started to take a very interesting turn. Blake Wynn responded and said, Blake Wynn here. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to the cesspool of bots and ex-users that spend their entire day making things up under the guise of journalism, but I am not dating Erika Kirk. That was May 28th, 2026. Then Project Constitution goes, where were you on Thursday, May 14th? Do you have anything that would show that you were not in Beverly Hills? Feel free to DM me privately if you'd rather talk there. Where I stand is I can absolutely place Erika Kirk with a guy on that hotel date. So there is always a possibility that the witness is incorrect about you being the guy, and I am open to that, but I need further details to dispute it. My only motive is finding the truth, so I'd be happy to correct the record if you can show me something that proves that you were somewhere else. Where you stand is you have a tag team of Helen Keller and AI-generated audio as your source, and I feel bad for anyone that follows your garbage. And then Project Constitution goes, any comment, buddy? And this is where we'll get into the images. Blake says he's not dating Erika. Erika denied it too. But before we get into that, Blake Wynn, typical Erika Kirk type of bro, sneaker guy, made his own business with mommy and daddy and Uncle Steve Wynn's money, started flipping sneakers. Blake has also built up an audience of his own and connections in the right-wing influencer space, entertainment space, and of course his politics are very MAGA. They're aligned with Erika Kirk's of the moment. Blake has supported Donald Trump pretty openly after the 2024 election. He posted that he voted for Trump and said he cared about immigration, taxes, free speech, ending wars. That ending wars one, huh? Pretty funny. He also posted that he spent time at Mar-a-Lago. We're seeing some pictures there. He's been photographed wearing a signed Trump hat while at the University of Georgia. So he's pretty comfortable in Erika Kirk's circle and in the MAGA world. And that matters because Erika Kirk, obviously, she's trying to really be that bitch in this space. And these aren't two people who have randomly just kind of like bumped into each other at Whole Foods. They already exist in a world that's overlapping and has a lot of the same people in the same social circles, which brings us back to this original allegation. This trusted eyewitness has provided more information alleging that Erika and Blake were romantically involved and seen together hugging and kissing at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And then we can see here, they're spending a lot of time together. So Xavier and whoever this is, and Blake Wynn commenting, USA with American flags, Colin jumping in, caught Instagram stalking your secret girlfriend again, huh? Nothing. Jay the P with the nightmare blunt rotation. And let's look at this. They're all on a PJ. Blake Wynn, Xavier, whoever Avery, whatever is. Interesting. So they were very much at the same 250 Founders Ball celebration together. They were both at events in DC, both at the same timeline, both with the same friends, both in like different photos with the same people, both engaging with that content, hyping it up. So you've got the same person around both of them. They were all clearly together. Blake pushed back, but he didn't say, no, that's fake. I'm not with her. He didn't really even dispute the specifics. He said he was in Vegas on the date that the story identified he was, and he said he had never even been to the Beverly Hills Hotel. And Erika gave her own specific response. She said that on May 14th, the date associated with the alleged sighting, she was home in Arizona celebrating her son's second birthday. She identified Blake as a longtime friend of Charlie's and said he was engaged to his longtime girlfriend. Now, we have a very specific allegation, specific dates, placing them here, two people, very specific denials, which might sound like the end of the story, except it wasn't. Because the newest part that blew this all up is that there are way too many coincidences. Erika's just friend story gets a little bit weird when you start to see all the other connections. And now, I am not an originator of these conspiracy theories. I share what the internet is buzzing about with you all, and I leave it to you to decide. Don't have researchers, don't have that infrastructure, nor do I have the capacity. So when we look at this, There's another interesting detail that people are calling out. Project Constitution didn't just say Erika had a new boyfriend. He specifically described him as her new Jewish boyfriend. Now, Blake Wynn is Jewish. Steve Wynn is Jewish. They're involved in longstanding Jewish philanthropic endeavors. All good, of course. However, there is a strong Israel-related connection around him. Now, obviously, that doesn't tell us anything about Blake personally beyond that is his faith, identity, etc. It's an interesting detail considering the stance that Charlie had on Israel. Blake and Erika still aren't showing up together in photos anymore. There might be an innocent explanation, there might not be. So they are clearly comfortable being in the same areas as each other, going out with the same circles of people. I'm not saying that's proof that they're dating, but I'm saying it's weird enough to keep breathing new life into the story. So are Erika Kirk and Blake Wynn dating? Why does the story keep coming back up? Why do these two keep ending up in the same orbit? I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you think of that post, all of it. We know that grief can make you do some weird things. And sometimes those weird things involve your dead husband's friend. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. We'll be back with more. Again, I'm Lauren Preacher. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.